Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios. I'm your StockMiner, Brian Johnson. And we did get a move up today, just as we expected. I said it did look like consolidation. It looked like we needed to finish a little bit of a five wave up here. And as expected, it did move up. It did move up into this 10,480-ish range. I told you guys to be very cautious. I would have waited till it got above 10,500. If you're watching the videos, I assume you didn't try to take a trade here. 10,476 was the high. So on the Dow, missed by 4 points, right at that 10,480. Now at this point, guys, it is done. It isn't done. It's really anybody's guess. To be honest, we're very extended in through here. The market's got apparently good news today on jobs. And what did it do? Yeah, not a whole lot, right? Not a whole lot. I mean, it hit that overhead resistance and it started to fall back. So it's not screaming upwards on the news. Tomorrow, I'm sure we're going to get probably something similar to that. And the markets could do anything now. It's really a crapshoot at this point. Still opportunity maybe if you want to play this above that 10,500 mark, go ahead, but only do it intraday. I would not want to hold a long position over this weekend, just in case something comes out over the weekend. Mondays have been typically pretty good to the markets, but I just would not take that chance this particular weekend. We will be entering an options expiration week next week, I do believe. And yep, that is correct. So I just want to be really careful. I don't want you guys blowing up your accounts, okay? So let's just watch this very carefully up here. 10,500, still your option to get up. You can see as we broke above this area here, a little bit of a run up, but market's just not rallying necessarily on the good news. Still holding below the 200-day moving average, but this has to be looked at right now. It's just a potential, I don't know, maybe high base if that's what you want to make it into now. The formation is really, really unclear right here, and there's no real clear pattern either of where we're going. We could be looking at maybe a pullback in this area or close to this area. Why? Because we have here we go again, left shoulder, head, right shoulder potentially forming here. Maybe it pulls back and comes back up. It's anybody's guess. Who cares? You can just do this all day long. Fact is, we are holding at these levels, and that is still ultimately bullish in the short term. Now, we start to drop back below, this 10,300-ish area. Ultimately, for me, it's really back below here, as I've been talking about the whole time. These daily moving averages are big for me. I'd like to see the bulls try to hold those and launch from there. But if we get back below 10,200, I really think this blue line is within reach. For sure. So we'll continue to watch that into tomorrow's trading. NASDAQ on a 60. Also seeing a very, very small move today. Where did we go? Yeah, 1900. That was my next overhead resistance. That's precisely what we saw today, holding very nicely. Look at this extended run. 1760 to 1900. Now that is a run. So very, very strong. Very immediate. Be very, very cautious. You want to take a trade over 1900, great, have at it. But 1910, 1920, those are your overhead areas to be watching on the NDX. From a daily, you can see the big black candle being put in here. By the way, if you guys have never been to my basics page at the top of my website, there's a basics page. There's a bunch of free videos there for those of you that may be new to trading or relatively new to trading or relatively new to technical analysis, really. And you don't understand necessarily what these candles all mean, or swing highs and swing lows and support resistance and some of these fancy terms I use. Please check that page out. They're free videos. Watch them at your leisure. It would be a good assignment over the weekend. And they will explain to you in the very basic candles video, which I think is the very first one, exactly what a black candle is and what it represents. So it would be good for you to understand that going forward, especially if you're going to continue to proceed with technical analysis and with the videos here at thestockminer.com. Okay, so anyway, we got what this was a gap up and a move down all day. Not strong. Not necessarily strong from a bullish standpoint. Not what you want to see if you're really, really bullish. Here would be a very logical place, I think, to kind of end the week. Somewhere up in this area. Let's see if it'll hold these moving averages by the end of it. No reason to think it won't. I don't know if there's going to be any major news tomorrow that would change the minds of people, but the market doesn't care. How many times have we seen the market move down really, really hard, and Google's like, well, markets move down on global worries? They don't even know what to say. They're stuck. So markets will do what they want to. But now that we've kind of gotten into that upper area here, I'd just be really cautious playing things to the long side. I think there's more risk to the long side than there is to the short side at this point. Here's the SPX reaching that 1110-ish area. We talked about up over 1110, then watched the 1112 to 1115. Didn't quite even make the 1112-ish mark actually today. Maybe that's still coming. One last little oomph up to get us into this 1115 area. Very, very plausible. Above that then 1120 and 1130 are my overhead marks to be watching. Once again, I'd be very cautious coming into tomorrow's trading. Not saying don't go long. Fridays tend to be relatively good to the markets. Just saying I'd be very cautious with your position sizes and holding over the weekend. SPX on a daily here still have not reached the 200. Looks like it wants to try. It is up above the 1100. It did hold there today. Not a lot of strength from the bulls, but the movement up has been exactly that. It's still up. So you got to tip your hand to the bulls. 11 15, 11, 20, 11, 30, still my same levels here. I can't see anything different in this chart than what I'm seeing on the 60-minute chart. SPX on a weekly also holding up at around the moving averages. 1125-ish is your upper range of this. So we'll watch that closely, see if it wants to kind of push up there. We might just kind of fart around sideways tomorrow. If we don't see much movement in the first couple hours of the day, we might not see much more until maybe the last half an hour, 45 minutes of the day. So it might be a good day to enjoy the weather or do something else if there's not much trading going on the first couple hours. VIX on a daily is very, very stagnant. Move down, move up, move down, whatever. It has no clue where to go right now. The market is very indecisive, as marked by this very small black doji we're getting on the weekly. So far, nothing. Now, that could all change tomorrow. Could be a big one way or the other. But chances are, I think we kind of, we may just dwindle into the weekend. I don't know if this candle's going to change all that much. How about that between now and tomorrow? Apple on a 60-minute, just a huge move up in Apple. Look what it's done. Yeah, wouldn't you have loved to have been buying back here around the 240-ish level? Maybe some of you were. If you did, man, fantastic job. Good for you. So big run up into overhead resistance here at 266. Little pushover with what I call a FOBO, fake out breakout, and then coming right back to earth. I really kind of wanted it to hold the 264 level, but certainly not going to panic based on where we are over the last week or so. These are just nothing but nice white gappy candles here. This looks a lot like gold, doesn't it? It's nothing but lots of gaps. So back into the 262 area is what you want to look at for your support at this point. Apple on a weekly also back up above these moving averages and holding still nicely where in this trading range that it's been in since, about April. So still looking for some direction. We are coming up on Christmas. I don't know. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know if it can hold out till then, but it sure looks good as of right now as long as it stays above those moving averages. FAS on a 60-minute had a gap up, run down all day today. So if you caught it in the morning, there was some opportunity for some intraday trading, but boy, you had to be nimble. Look at the daily. You can see it's up, down for 2 days, and back up again, right back where it started. So this is what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, so really going nowhere for the week. It's very, very difficult trading. That's why I'm suggesting you not hold this overnight. Play it on an intraday basis. Otherwise, you're going to get caught. If some of you went long yesterday, you woke up to a lot of pain today. It's a big move down here. That's why if you just wait till the morning to set your trades, you're way better off. This thing ran right up into the 20-period moving average here and then pulled back a little bit. Not much for trading, but for those of you that are stuck on playing this and don't have any other options, then I'd be very, very cautious with this and continue to intraday trade it until we get some real direction in FAZ. That'll do it for today's video, guys. Not much to talk about. Markets really didn't go anywhere. We were up a little bit. We were down a little bit. Numbers seemed to be good at the beginning of the day, and then it bled away kind of all day long, showing me there just isn't a lot of strength and a lot of push from the bull side right now. So we'll be cautious coming into tomorrow and being the end of the week. All right, that'll do it for me. We'll see you again in tomorrow night's video. Bye.